All right. Hello, everyone. We are live with my guest today, Nikki Carter. My name is Sophie Van Tigelen, and I'm an online course strategist. And I help established female solopreneurs create successful online courses. And today, my guest, Nikki, is coming on the show to talk about how to create an irresistible lead magnet. Hello, Nikki. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. It's nice to be here.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule, because I know January has been very busy for you.
Yes, it has. It's a nice break.
Yeah.
Nice to chat to you. Gives me a bit of a break in my day.
Mhm. All right. So, well, it's true, right? It's the end of the day for you. I'm in Colorado here, so it's morning, but for you, it's already late afternoon.
Yeah, we're 4 o'clock in the afternoon here.
Mhm. The wonders of the internet. All right. So I asked you to come on the show today because lead magnets is an important part of the puzzles for my client. And for anyone actually who wants to grow a presence online, to grow their audience, to grow their email list, and to promote their services. But in my own experience, creating a lead magnet sounds like a very good idea, but it's not so easy to create a good lead magnet because I have created many of them in my online career, and some of them were real flops, like real failures. Nobody would download them. So there is an art and a science to it. It's not just like slapping something on a piece of paper and calling it good. So then I met you on the internet. I think it was last year, and I wanted to create a new lead magnet for my business, which is a mini course. And I reached out to you, and you helped me actually nail it. And so that's why I really wanted you to come on the show today so that you can talk to, how to create an irresistible lead magnet. Hello, Natasha. I see you, and the comments are working today. All right. So that being said, my first question for you is, so what makes a good lead magnet? How do you create the perfect lead magnet? And what are the mistakes to avoid?
So what makes a good lead magnet? It's a brilliant question because there's so many different types of lead magnets. But my big thing is you've got to give away the why and the how. So you've got to give actual steps and give what you're actually saying on the tin. So
Mhm,
what you offer when you're working in every business has stages, don't they? How you work, especially
mhm,
as a service provider, a consultant, or coach, and as yourself as a course strategist, you'll work in stages, and you can break those stages down into little bits. And I always say, try and give away part of that,
mhm,
just a little bit. So you're sure it's like you're solving a big problem for your ideal client,
mhm,
and you just give them a little bit of the solution, but the actual solution, not just a lot of fluff, like you say, you get this and you're going to achieve this, but then when
mhm,
they get inside it, it doesn't say any, doesn't do it. It just talks around the edges, so to speak.
mhm,
You need to actually give the solution so they can move that a step closer. So you've helped solve a problem, and then you look like, yes, that's the person who I need help from. So it's
mhm,
one step closer to becoming one of your perfect clients.
mhm. So I remember, so when we worked together, you asked me like the question, and it was, what is a little problem you could solve for them? And that little problem needs to be a part of a big problem that you can also help them solve. And so is it important that that little problem you help them solve sits at the beginning of their journey, like, the first step they would take?
If it's going to be the first interaction with them, yeah, then yes, I would say, because when you're working on a journey, you don't want to give them something they're not ready to work with yet. They need to know the beginning before they get to the middle. But
Yeah.
with a lead magnet, there's different types of lead magnets. So there's ones that start at the beginning, but then there's some that fit into the middle, but they're more for people that are already in your world, that potentially could be on your email list, and they just need that little bit extra to become a client. And that's when you can give more, one of your middle pieces of the puzzle.
Oh, yeah, that totally makes sense. Okay, so it's not just the first step for people who have been on your email list for quite some time. And it's nice to nurture that list, and we'll talk about this later. But so you could provide lead magnets that targets later in their journey. Yeah, okay, that's I'm discovering something. I forgot about this. I'm sure you told me, but I'm so glad you are saying this. I'm going to bring a comment on the screen from Natasha. Fixing the little problem at the beginning of the journey was so helpful for me when I crafted my new lead magnet. Yes, absolutely. You are hitting the nail on the head, Natasha. All right. So you mentioned that there are different types of lead magnets. Can you give us some examples?
Yeah, so you have your usual, like a workbook or a PDF downloadable, which I bet we've all downloaded lots of at some point now as we're all business owners. But then there's also video tutorials, like online course yourself as an online course strategist, a
Yes.
mini course, a mini video series, and then there's also templates for Notion. I've seen ones for, so to help people with manage the business and planners. So there's all different types of lead magnets, and it all depends on what your business is to what your lead magnet will become, and also your ideal client, because what my ideal client likes to digest might not be what your ideal likes to digest.
Yes. So, like, I know you have a lead magnet. Can you tell us about your lead magnet and what it is?
Yeah, my lead magnet is the 6 must-have ingredients for crafting a killer lead magnet. And then inside it's like a mini workbook and gives you examples and how to choose the headline and the different key ingredients that you need to bundle up to then make a irresistible lead magnet.
Oh, fantastic. So let's make sure that we drop the link to your lead magnet in the show notes after
Yes.
this episode, because I can't put it in the comments right now, but let's make sure that we give people the link to your lead magnet, because just hearing about it, it's like, ooh, I want to download it again. All right. So we talked about creating the powerful lead magnet. So once you have your lead magnet done, are you done? Is your job over, or is there more to come?
No, you can't just go to bed and relax. You need to get it all set up.
Oh, no.
Great.
What's the next step?
Next step is like choosing where you're going to add your lead magnet into, so you can actually deliver it to people who want it, because your lead magnet in essence is to grow your email list. So you need to be able to capture those emails in exchange for the lead magnet. So you need an email marketing system such as MailerLite, which I always recommend to people because it's really good for people starting out off on the free plan. But then there's like Go high level and full systems like FEA Create, which are good for course creators, because you can build your course in that for growing as well, so it has the full system in there. So, and you need to create a landing page. So where people, like we're going to share mine, it's a link that takes you to a landing page built within your email system, and where people can see what your lead magnet's going to be, tell them a little bit about it, and then they put their email in, and then off the back of that, the lead magnet's delivered automatically, so that you don't need to then go off and talk to lots of people, collect emails. Because I had a previous client who was doing it all manually. So if you want to join my email list, I've got this for you. So it was like an email exchange to then swap everything over, and then you have to go and put it into your email system. And yes, it's all automated for you. So you can send people to your landing page, they can sign up, they automatically get your lead magnet, and then you have their email list to then continue nurturing them.
So you mentioned MailerLite. I have MailerLite actually. So I conduct my business using two platforms. I have Kajabi. That's where I have my courses. I do my coaching. I have my website. But from a previous life online, I started by using MailerLite because they have a free level, right? As with every software online, you have a free first step. And even with the free membership, you already have access to all of their automations, the basic automations, and you can design beautiful landing pages in there.
Yeah, you can. That's why I always direct people to that one first, because a lot of them, they don't have the automation in there. You've got to pay for it to get the automation, or your landing pages are very template, just drop and you can't change anything. Whereas if you want a nice design that's on brand, they were right, you can go in there, design it beautifully, and then set up the full nurture sequence, and it's all on the free plan for you. And it's got a good level as well. I think it's 12,000 emails a month you can send, which you're not going to hit when you're first starting out, and you can have up to 1,000 people subscribe before you have to pay for it.
Yeah, it's a really good deal. Very good deal for the value that they provide. So what ideally, what would you like to see on a landing page of a lead magnet?
So
what are the elements that you recommend we have on there?
Good. First things is the sign up form. And I'd always keep it short, like usually just your email and to sign up, because the more information you start asking for people, the more you put people off actually wanting to hand over that information. Some people like to add the number because then they're added to WhatsApp and things, but I always say email and then an image of what they're going to get. If it's a downloadable, you can actually show them. If it's a video, do a screenshot of your video so they know what they're getting. Tell them what value they're going to get from it. And then you could put testimonials on there as well. Just to show who you are as well and why they should hand over that email. Because really, although an email doesn't have a monetary figure, it is like a transaction, isn't it? So you want people to trust you to give their email address.
Okay, so you recommend to keep it short, keep it to a minimum, and explain the value of what they are going to get. Like, okay, you are getting this checklist, but what is it going to help you achieve? What is the outcome, the gain from the lead magnet?
Yeah, get what they're going to gain from it, the benefits and the value they're going to get from it. Not the details of actually what's inside, the outcome.
The outcome.
Out. Yeah.
All right, really cool. Okay, so now I have my lead magnet, I have my landing page, I have my, everything is automated. Can I go to bed now, or is there one more step?
You still to stay up a bit longer because you need to actually talk about it or shout about it and get promoting it. Because one thing I've realised is, and from speaking to lots of people, is some people have a lead magnet, but they've never put it anywhere. They've never done anything with it. And it's still sat there, gathering dust on a file on your desktop or in Google Drive. So you need to plan promotions around it, add it into all the key areas. So if you're on LinkedIn, in your featured section, and then maybe put it in your banner. So anybody coming to your profile page can go and get it straight away. And then build it into your content plan. So you talk about it once a month, and build proper content and then filter it in as well. So it becomes part of your content plan that you're always talking about it.
I'm guilty of this because when I created my most recent lead magnet, that micro course, it's called the Profitable Course Topic Navigator, and it helps people find the perfect course topic that, will really resonate with their audience. And so when I created the lead magnet, of course, I had like a little launch. I created several social media posts around it. But then after it died down, and I feel often a little bit awkward that, to keep talking about my lead magnet. But I'm sure you're going to tell me I'm wrong, that I should repeat myself, that I
Yeah.
should continue to create content around it regularly. So what is the frequency that you would advise that for that?
I'd suggest dripping it in now and again, like even if you just pop a post in every couple of weeks, but then also build a campaign. Don't do like a week-long campaign, like every couple of months. Do you know? And that you can actually, so it's the whole target of that campaign is to get people onto your email list, so it's continuously growing and have a grow, because your audience changes as well. You're constantly growing your audience. You've got new, so, and if you're not talking about it, they don't know about it, do they? So, and not everybody will have been on your profile page and been to your featured section.
Yeah.
And pop it on the bottom of your emails as well. Do you know, a link, so anybody having conversation with, they can go and find it there.
Okay, yeah. So I like your idea, like every couple of months to have like a little week-long thing around the lead magnet, so that the new people who just found you will see and will go and sign up. I can totally do that. And I'm sure the viewers can do this too. It's just a matter of, okay, you schedule this in your content creation when you are planning and scheduling all your posts and your topics. So yes. There is also, like, I'm also developing a YouTube channel on this is one of the things that I'm doing. And I was thinking that I could also talk about my lead magnet organically inside videos, actually, like to alert people, like I did during this video. I talked about the lead magnet organically, and I will post the link. So it doesn't have to be also like a big campaign.
No, it doesn't. You can feed it into, so if you're talking about like your how to choose your course topic, you might talk about that organically through your content. So that fits nicely into your content, doesn't it? To direct them people to your lead magnet. It's not a campaign as such. It just fits nicely. It's a nice progression into it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So now I'm thinking, everybody watching this video, next week we are going to see everybody like a mini launch campaign around lead magnets, like a revival of lead magnets on LinkedIn.
Just dug them out and dusted them off.
All right. So we talked about creating the lead magnet, having your sales page, an automation, and talking about your lead magnet. So once people are on your email list, what do you do with them?
So once they're on your email list, it's always a good idea to go put them straight into a nurture campaign, which is usually between 5 and 7 days of emails that you tell them about that they're going to be signing up to. Do you know? And then, like, you start with you delivering that first lead magnet, so directing whether it's downloadable video course, but then continue that on. And I like to think of it as like know, like, trust, challenge, and convert. So they're getting to know you, you deliver the lead magnet. They give a story about why they should like you. Trust is testimonials, add your testimonials there. Challenge is why it's like challenging their thoughts, what they're thinking, and giving them a different way of thinking about it that is part of your method. And then the convert is then the next step to work with you. So it's reinforcing everything and bringing more value and bringing them into your world more and more personal. And then once that's done, it's them creating emails, regular emails that add value, tell them what you do, why they should work with you, offer help and support, to show you as the expert and get to know you, become more personal, and to the point where they're ready to buy from you.
Yeah. Okay, so I like that, like an email nurture sequence, like a welcome sequence, and this can be done in MailerLite that you mentioned. Like they have these automation in the free level there, so you can set up all of these emails in advance Once
Yeah.
you are writing everything, it's going to happen automatically for you.
Yeah, it's all done. It can all be done at once. And then, you don't need to go back to that until you're going back to review your lead magnets, making sure it all works and checking it's still fit for your audience. But yeah, you do it once to begin with, and then go back and refine and refresh. But you don't need to worry about sending multiple emails out. The only emails you need to continue with is your regular content emails that whether you send them weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So a comment from Natasha. Yes, I have the link, the info, the link to my lead magnet at the top of the About section. So she's talking about LinkedIn at the top of her About LinkedIn section. That is in the description. Oh,
there's YouTube.
Oh, you say on every video I share on YouTube. Okay. Yeah. Let's put the link to your lead magnet everywhere, actually. Yes. Be on your About section on LinkedIn and in the video description on YouTube. Absolutely. Thank you for the great idea, Natasha. All right. So I like this. So we have done actually the whole loop from creating the lead magnet to promoting it, having an automation. And then you mentioned something very important at the end, is that like a lead magnet has a shelf life. After some time, you might want to go and change it and refresh or create a new one. Is that what I heard, Nikki?
Yes, definitely. You do need to go back and refine and refresh because your business might have grown, your audience might have changed. It's always going back and seeing whether it works and not just thinking that it works. So it's going, see how many people have downloaded it. Is it slowing down? And then working and seeing what you can do to change it. And going back to your audience as well. That's the biggest thing you can always say is talk to your audience. Make sure what you're giving of value is actually what they want.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's talking to your audience, your prospective client is always a good idea. Absolutely. All right. So for the audience, if you have more questions for Nikki and myself, okay, I thought we were frozen, but okay. All right, never mind. I'm going to continue talking. I'm hoping that we are going to unfreeze. So if you want to ask your question, drop them in the comments. They will show up for us. And then, Nikki, I wanted to ask you, where can people find you if they need help with their lead magnet?
So I'm on LinkedIn. I'm Nikki Carter Designs, the lead magnet queen that I've been coined by lovely people over on LinkedIn. And I also have a website, Nikki Carter Designs. So anybody can reach out, drop me a DM, book a call. The book a call is on there as well, just to see how I can help. Because I do work with, I can help with just the lead magnet creation from concept to implementation. That's a bad word to say when you're live. And I can also help with setting up, creating your landing pages and the full email system for you as well.
All right. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much. And then what I'm going to ask you is to drop the link to your lead magnet also in the show notes, and so that people can find it. So I'm really hoping that we are still streaming live. And we've come to the end of this show. I wanted to thank you very much, Nikki, for coming on. And I will talk to you soon then.
Thanks for having me. It's been good.
Very well.